Breaking records and I'm breaking news. Bitch be pressed like who you? I get whatever I like. Bitch won't bark, but they wanna bite. I got $2 million for using a mic.
Welcome back, guys.
All right. Welcome to the Terrible No Good podcast, where Brayden, Ben, and Benji will be giving their terrible, no good opinions. So, Benji, I think you're 0-2 now. Is that correct? And Benji actually has 2 punishments for this week. He has a beautiful Ezekiel Elliott jersey on. That's for being last in the pick'ems for week 2. And then he also said the word of the week, which is a new segment we brought into where we'll have somebody randomly send us a video. We'll be filming when they send the video, so we will have no idea what word they've chose for us to do. But the word last week was turnover, and Benji was the first to say turnover. So the punishment was chosen to be, technically he's supposed to eat a whole bottle of horseradish, but we decided we'll be nice and do a spoonful. So if there is any vomiting, you'll probably see the static go up, like technical difficulties. But Benji, why don't you just go ahead? We're not going to make you wait too long to go ahead and get it over with. So why don't you just go ahead and put that in your mouth there and give us a good swallow.
Bottoms up.
No, I need at least 5 seconds.
Ugh.
Drink that, bro. That's nasty.
Oh. So what would you, we're about to do some more rating, Benji. What would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 10? How was the flavor?
I really don't know why they call it horseradish. It doesn't taste like a horse, but it does taste like radish. God, I have heartburn now.
Oh, that's fine. Do we need to put a bucket or anything in front of you, or you think you're good? You're Gucci with a side of Maine.
That was definitely worse than a shot, Ben.
I imagine so. That would be disgusting.
Get the heck out of here.
I hopefully will never have to experience that. Hopefully there's not a word that I ever say where there's a terrible punishment. But anyways.
I think this would be a good point to just put the next week's word in right here.
Okay, yeah. Benji just made me do an even harder edit mid-pod, but that's great. So, yeah, the punishment word will be coming up right now.
Okay, whoever says the word come has to go through the drive-thru of your choice, fast food of your choice, whatever, and you have to sing your order, and then once you pay for your food and get your food, you still have to continue to sing.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that so much, Benji. I appreciate that.
I feel like it'd be just like a better flow, you know?
Okay, so now we're on to our fun pick'em. So the fun pick'em we did last week was root beer. So this time we're gonna do like a kind of like a bracket setting. It's gonna be like kind of like the playoffs. You got 2 teams with a bye, and we'll go over the pizza teams later. But we're gonna be trying 6 different types of pizza at home, and we felt like it was beneficial for you, beneficial for us, because we love to eat pizza at home and save money at the same time. So we figured we would go ahead and give you a grade, and we're gonna kind of do like the 1 bite type style. The whole deal, rate it that way. Shout out Davey P. Go get that Washington Post reporter, please. Please. Get them round 1 KO knockout. All right, but anyways, I'm done rambling. So we're going to do a fun pick 'em with pizza, and I'm actually about to go get it, and then we're going to get started.
Hey, don't worry. That horseradish taste will go away real soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Shout out my mom.
Good word, Deborah.
Can't believe you would do that to your own son like that, but yeah.
Man, just think. It's going to be like 17 weeks of Benji just losing.
This is for whoever's watching this. I will not lose another week now. I've done the scouting report. I'm coming back. This will be the end of it. I'm looking at you. Be ready.
So technically, you're what, 0-3 now?
No, the word doesn't count. I'm just 0-2 because we're gonna have a lot of losses. I mean, technically, you lost.
I'm 0-0.
Root beer, so you didn't get a single one right.
Not wrong. Root beer is
you literally had at least like 50% chance at least to get one right.
nasty.
But
Do we need that? I thought we know which one it is.
yeah, we're just rating them.
No. We're supposed to do it where we don't know which one because we'll have assumptions and maybe be biased.
I don't know what they look like, so just. Oh my god, it's so bad coming up again.
The only thing is, have you had all of them? Because I haven't had 4 of them.
I don't know. We've had tons and tons of microwave pizza or oven pizza that we make.
But we've not had the same 2.
I think we're good. I think if we're just giving honest opinions, I'm not gonna. I don't know half these brands, and I don't eat microwave pizza, so.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 2.
How do you think I got this bod?
The viewers would love to see the bod.
I bet they would.
Nothing but meal prepping, right?
Mm-hmm. Every week. What's up, Romo? Gonna talk about sports. Typical. Terrible, no good podcast.
Brainstorm, please.
If any of y'all, want us to talk about other sports, Brayden's not a big soccer guy, but how about Tottenham? We can talk about that. Tottenham coming back, 90th plus 4 minute, 90th plus 11th minute to win,
They got so lucky, but
and then
it's Tottenham.
yeah, started Champions League. We can always talk about that. It's good filler because good soccer.
Bayern sucks. That's for you, Cam.
Hey, shout out that banter club. Brighton couldn't even win a European club game. Their first ever European match ever, and they couldn't win it. So
What word do we like to use? Poverty.
poverty.
All right, we're all 3 starving, by the way. But the first pizza we're gonna eat is the Rosin Crust, great value one. This one actually looks like it's gonna be a solid score right here. All right, 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules. Just kidding.
You're supposed to put it in your mouth, Benji.
Don't get on my beautiful jersey. All right, don't rate it yet, because we got to eat that one and decide which one moves on.
Just keep it. We'll always remember you're in the
That's
middle.
solid. That's solid. Okay. Now we got.
Nice little flop to this one.
No.
Got some flop.
We got.
Jacks.
We got Jacks now.
Well, 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Yep. Thin crust, so it's already at a disadvantage for me. But the red sauce is stronger on this one for me.
Love a good crunch.
It's not too shabby. The crunch is good. I'm gonna need to get some of that great value root beer from last episode. But
Man. It just devoured.
rate.
okay. So we're gonna give a 1 to 10. From Portnoy's, we're gonna give a 1 to 10, and our grades will determine kind of which one moves forward. But okay, that one.
I think we should try it. We got a lot of pizza to go through, so.
I'm gonna go. I'm shocked by this. I'm gonna go. Great value. Is at home. 6.9 for great value. And I'm actually gonna go 7 on the Jacks. And I think I like Jacks better.
I'd have to agree. Really not a big fan of thin crust, but Jack's is definitely better.
Really surprised me.
I'd probably give the Great Value is 6.5, and then Jack's is 7.1.
Big difference. Wow.
Yeah, I just felt like it was good, but it wasn't great for the Great Value.
Yeah, so I agree that Jack's is better. I like the crunch. I'm a fellow pizza maker, so I got my own personal take here and there. But I'm going to give Great Value, I'm going to give them a 7. I'm going to give Jack's an 8. I really like the thin crust. I really like the crunch, and the pepperoni taste is a hint bit stronger.
Buddy, that's too high of a score for your first 2 pizzas. But anyways, I guess there might be a 10 up in here.
It's hard to mess up pizza. You got to be really bad to mess up pizza. That's you, right?
No, it's I guess Brayden. As the viewers may know, I love food. It was hinted earlier in Ben's remarks to my body, but pizza's good.
Yes, we do love food.
I'm also a pizza maker at one point in my life, so
Stop playing.
just because mine was industrial pizza and yours wasn't. Shout out Little Skeezers.
That's for you, Big Tony. I don't know. You like New York or Chicago?
I would have to say Chicago.
You like the deep dish?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of deep dish. I've only had it a couple times.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more normally just like a normal pie kind of guy, but
Like cream pie or...
oatmeal. Sorry, Mom.
I was just curious.
No,
I'm definitely New York.
no, I'm definitely a Chicago. I mean, it just depends on the Chicago style for me.
He's only Chicago, though, because he's a Chicago Cubs and Bears fan. Let's be real.
What basketball team do I follow?
All right.
New York.
Fix the gas. Here's Red Baron, and then here's Tony's. I'll go get the thing. I actually want something. You want anything to drink, man?
No, you're good. Appreciate it, though.
This is
Red
Tony's.
Baron? Yep, this is Tony's, and that's Red Baron. Thank you, Walmart, for being so close.
Yep. And $30.
Yeah, all together.
Red Baron first, and then we got Tony's second.
I thought this was Tony's.
This is Tony's.
Oh, well then Tony's first, Red Baron second.
Yep.
So we're doing Tony's now.
Yes, sir.
My stomach's
Okay.
bumbling.
Does anyone else like to fold it?
Yeah, a little bit. I get that. Okay. So now we got Tony's. Let's go.
All right. Now moving on. Red Baron. Bricked up oven.
This is the one that me and Ben normally buy. Mm-hmm. Except it's the 4 cheese.
We really like the price of Red Baron.
Yep. I think it's like $3.98. Taste slaps too. I think this blends better than Tony's. Perfect cheese to sauce ratio. I'm not gonna say perfect, but really good.
At first, I really thought Tony's was like kind of like the perfect blend of the last two, and then I had this one, and it's just better.
Which one was you? You did the crust, didn't you?
Yeah, I always take a bite of the crust.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you always take a bite of the crust.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
No, you're on the
Not
reviews. You're
according
supposed
to
to. And it's always one bite. I'm gonna go Tony's was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to go. This is at home. Tony's, I'm going to go probably about 7-2. And then I'm going to go Red Baron. About a 7-4. So fairly close, but Red Baron takes it.
I was gonna go Tony's like a 7.5. I think it was definitely a good blend of the last two. Had some better qualities. And then I was gonna go Baron like a 7.9, almost 8.
I'm similar in ratings there, but opposite choice. I'm going Red Baron 7.5, but I'm putting Tony's at 8.
Wow.
With Jack's. I really like the thin crust crunch. Oh, man.
All right. Now we got number 3. Ben, do you mind going to get that? And just set that over there because I'm sure we'll munch. But I guess you got plenty of storage in the compartment here for 2 more pieces. I bet it's just so thrilling to sit here and watch people eat pizza and talk with their mouths full.
Which one was the top one?
Fresh was the bottom.
Okay. So just order those on top. So this first one.
Yeah. So Benji came out here and basically said that for the next 15 weeks he was gonna go 16-0 or 15-0. I think it's 15-0. That's just ludicrousy. The dude don't know how to pick games of football at all. I mean, what were we thinking hiring this doofus?
See, my thing is
At a salary of 0, but what were we doing hiring this doofus?
I really feel like I try and reach more than you guys for picks.
Bucks. I mean, I Patriots over Miami. I mean, I don't know about that, Hoss.
But who has
Yeah, and you know how close the Patriots have been to proving me right 2 games in a row.
Who has picked the outlier almost every time? It's usually always me. I like to spice it up. But I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, so this one is DiGiorno's.
Yes.
And that one is Fresco or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Digimon.
here's DiGiorno's. Oh, a little fatter. There's not really any flop to it. Definitely looks greasy.
Reminds me of the Great Value. The Rising Crust.
Okay. It's got a nice crunch to it.
Mm-hmm.
You've been waiting for some food. Here you go, Romo. Okay.
Freshgetta, I don't know.
I've never had this one.
Be our guest. I don't know how to say that.
Fresh cheddar. Come on now. Fresh cheddar. Makes sense. Pretty catchy. Well, I've never tried fresh cheddar.
Me either.
So it's like $8. That's why it's not been tried. No flop. Good taste. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Crust, really, really good. This may sound kind of crazy, but the crust doesn't have like cheese filled in it. but it kind of has like a taste of like one of those cheese-filled crusts. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all get what I'm saying with that?
Don't worry, he's good.
I definitely think this was the best crust. I will say that.
Best crust by far. I said Red Baron was a 7.5. I'm going to go. That one is the DiGiorno's. That one I'm going to give it a 6.7. It's been my least favorite. Yeah. The DiGiorno's has been my least favorite.
I can agree.
And fresh cheddar. I love the name, by the way. It's pretty catchy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Fresh cheddar, I'm gonna give you, because you are better than Red Baron by just a smidge. So I'm gonna go 7.7 on fresh cheddar.
DiGiorno's, it was actually not my least favorite. I'd probably give it like a flat 7, rookie score, flat 7. Just because I don't think it was. I think it was better than Great Value, but not better than the other one we had in the beginning.
Tony's,
yeah. I think it's a flat 7. And then the fresh cheddar, it was good. I don't think it was as good as Red Baron's. So I'd probably give you like a 7.6. So, because I think I gave Red Baron like a 7.9.
So, DiGiorno, I'm giving it a 7, just like I gave the Great Value Rising Crust. That's been my lowest score. Just too thick. There's too much bread, in my opinion. Need a little more meat and cheese. But fresh cheddar, I like that one. I'm going to tie that one with Tony's and Jack's at 8.
a 3-way tie.
I'm having them all at 8 because
You could have one.
What in the way? I don't make no sense. One of them's gotta be better than the other one.
I think they're all about equivalent. 8 to 10 is those homemade pizzas they make at these Italian restaurants, Salvo's, Big Tony's.
Ben don't get the
Love.
premise of this. One's got to move
Love
on.
Yeah.
It's like an elimination.
You gotta have a winner.
I'll be able to pick it.
So here's what we went. We went Jack's and Tony's, right?
No, Tony and Great Value.
Tony and Great Value. I thought that was
Yeah. And then we had Jackson.
no. It was Jackson Great Value. That's what it was. Jackson Great Value. And I said Jack's was higher, didn't I? I said I thought Jack's was better than Great Value, and I said that was like a 7.1.
Why don't you just have your overall winner?
Because I was going to take bites because I just wanted an excuse to eat more pizza. But anyways, so overall, I think I'm going to go fresh cheddar. You squeaked out the dub on my hometown favorite, Red Baron, by just a little bit. I think it's by like 0.2. But I'm going to go fresh cheddar.
I had a Red Baron one. It was pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big frozen pizza eater. So for it to be like a 7, 9, 8 for me, it was pretty good.
And I know I had a 3-way tie, but if I had to pick one due to the texture of the dough and the crunch, I'm choosing Tony's. It squeaked it out for me.
Wow.
Tony's.
So we had 3 different answers. Me and Benji were on the same wavelength on a lot of it. He said Red Baron was a little bit better. But my opinion, you can't go wrong with fresh cheddar.
It was good.
You can't go wrong with Red Baron. I wasn't a huge fan of Great Value.
No.
And I wasn't a good fan of DiGiorno's.
No.
I mean, it's pizza, so it's still like good, but it's just not as good. And then
It's hard to mess up.
Tony's is that pizza where I'm like, okay, it's good. It's good. Not my first choice, but it's good. So, but I'd eat 3. I think it was 3 or 4, and leave 2 at home. I believe that's what it was. I'm leaving Great Value and DiGiorno's at home.
Leave them in the,
And no, and Jack's. I forgot Jack's. Jack's. Jack's was better. I can't remember if I think no, Tony's was better than Jack's. So it goes Jack's, Tony's, Red Baron, fresh cheddar for me.
sounds good. I guess moving on to fantasy pick'em now.
Oh, y'all not gonna rank them?
You can. I got mine real fast. I know them all off the top of my head. So I easily have DiGiorno and Great Value at 7s for last due to the rising crust. Just too thick. I like the thin style better than the thick. And then in the middle, I had Red Baron, and then the top 3, I had Freshkeska or
Cheddar.
same thing.
Cheddar.
It makes sense if you just think about it.
Tomato, and then Jackson Tony's, and then I have Tony's squeaking it out for the overall though.
I'm be honest, pizza's pizza. I had Red Baron winning, but that's about it. Red Baron won for me. Fresh Cheddar was kind of close. I really don't. Am I allowed to cuss on here? Am I allowed to cuss? I don't want to be cussing and children watch. Yeah, I don't remember any of the other damn pizzas. If we're being honest, I was hungry, so
His memory is tainted.
yeah. Now we're gonna move on to a fun segment. Whenever Brayden gets back, trying to do a fantasy pick'em, where each of us kind of picks one fantasy player each week that we think's really gonna pop off. No real losers in this. It's just who we think will do good. So
I'm gonna let y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Y'all go first. What y'all got?
I always have to go first.
No, usually it's him.
I always go first. What do you mean?
You always go. All right, Benji, what do you have to think about this?
No, and I definitely don't do it. I definitely don't do it that gosh darn loud. That's for sure.
You go. All right, Benji, what do you think about this?
Benji, you're easily the loudest.
Yeah, and you don't even have headphones on at work, so you don't even get to hear yourself how loud you are in the mic.
That's crazy.
But since Benji's being lazy, I'm going last on this one, okay? Because I normally always give my opinion first.
I'll go first, and we're picking one player over the top.
Yeah, just it can be any position. I mean, if you want to go kicker and special teams and defense, by all means. But I don't know that I would.
No, thank you.
Any player at any position that you think like some people may be sleeping on that will bounce back and have a good fantasy week.
Oh, you want it?
Well, I'm going to first off give my number one fantasy player of the week. I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson. Plays against Chargers. They have, like, right now, one of the worst defenses against receiving. But then, like, my not like sleeper pick, but I do think he's kind of been sneaking through. Great pickup if you don't do it. Go get Hunter Henry. I think Hunter Henry is going to be great this year for the Patriots. They really don't have any good wideouts. He's currently ranked number 2 in fantasy for tight ends. So go get Hunter Henry if you need a tight end. You know, I've had Dallas Goedert. You know, typically a pretty decent tight end, and it's done nothing. And
Absolutely nothing. I have him as well.
and I went and got Hunter Henry. He's not projected a lot. I think he's projected like a 8.3 this week. But I still think he's one of the better tight ends to get right now.
So I'm thinking it's going to be Tyreek Hill. He is just ridiculously fast. And if you watch his play, Tua loves to throw to him. I think Tyreek's going to have a monster day. He does it usually every other week, just about. And even his off weeks are still high points. It's just hard to keep up with him. But if I had to do a sleeper pick, I'm definitely going to pick, however you say his first name, Bijan, whatever, Robinson.
That ain't a sleeper. He's ranked in the top 10 right now. What do you mean?
He splits carries with Algier right now. Yeah. But here's the thing. If anyone has seen his jukes the last 2 games, or really the first 2 games, his jukes against Green Bay and against Carolina, holy tomato, man. You can't tackle him.
Tomato.
Can't put your hands on him.
Okay, so if we're going top of the week this week, Tyreek Hill has an injury. He's questionable. I think if I'm going top this week, I'm going to go... Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was drafted first round. You ain't gonna say he's a sleeper? What in the world is that?
He's playing a decent
What in the
defense.
world is that?
He's playing a
Garbage.
defense, and he's splitting carries. So this would
That's
be
still
another
not a
good-
sleeper
really
when you
think
go
last week
first
he
or
split
second
carries.
round. He
just
does.
saying.
He does split some carries without Algier or whatever.
And
his name is.
Algier took 2 of the 3 touchdowns the first week.
We got first
So-
week and then
Yeah,
second
but then
week
look
he
at second. Yeah.
Oh, what? He had 1. 1. You know how many other people have 1?
Oh, quit.
Go ahead.
At least dig into the pizza, not the. Come on, Romo. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and get my sleeper pick out. Joshua Kelly, Austin Eckler's hurt again. I think he's going to have a bounce back week. He had 3.9 last
Didn't
week,
even have a touchdown.
and so I think he'll bounce back and have potentially 1 or 2 touchdowns this week. I think he's playing against Miami, so I think he'll have a good week against them. Top scorer, as I was saying, Tyreek's hurt. The guy from the Rams, Luka Nikawara or whatever his name is. Nakua. Yeah, I have him. I have the number 1 and number 2 receivers in our league. Shout out me. But anyways, so top scorer this week, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's been really impressing me, and I've been super impressed with the way he's played. So I'm expecting Keenan Allen, because here's how it always goes in fantasy. Keenan Allen will start off the season really, really great and then wind up hurt. That's why I didn't draft him, because I just figured he'd wind up hurt at some point in the season. That hamstring seems to linger on through the years. So he's got a lot of leg problems that I've noticed. So I'm going to say Keenan Allen has a top week again, because he already had a top 3 week, I know, in the first 3 weeks. So Keenan Allen, and then sleeper is Kelly for the Chargers. Anything else y'all want to add about fantasy? Are we good?
Keep in touch. I'm going to go 4-0 again this week.
Okay.
What'd you do last week though?
Yeah, it was bad last week.
Yeah, you lost to me.
Lost to him, too.
So,
Put up 140 and still
what
lost.
other league are y'all in?
We're in like
We're in the returning one that we had from last year. So
What can I say? I don't get invited to live with them. I don't get invited to other fantasy leagues.
We already had
I mean,
this was just
This was a repeat.
I
reactivated.
mean, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Reactivated
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You put up 136, not 140.
bro, same thing.
Okay, he rounded up, but
Oh, I put up
technically you
160
should have.
then.
Technically, you should have rounded to 135 if you're going to do that. Technically,
by
but
tens.
anyways,
Moving on to the weekly pick'ems.
yes, we got our weekly pick'ems. Do we want to talk about week 2 at all? Anything that happened? Do we want to talk about the Cowboys? Do we want to talk about your 0-2 Bears? Do we want to talk about any of that?
Just a friendly reminder that Benji was negative last week in the pick'ems. So if Benji's picking, pick opposite.
I mean, you honestly got a 50-50 chance with Benji. So, all I'm saying is I've been 11-5 and 10-6 first 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying. And I'm 1 game ahead of the field. So, we're going to try to up that a little bit more this week. But was there any surprises to y'all? I think one thing that I thought was crazy, not crazy, but one thing I'm noticing is, like, I'm not going to say hoping, but I thought Deshaun Watson was going to pick it up, and I thought he was going to eventually turn into like an old Deshaun Watson. But right now, it's just not looking good. Deshaun Watson has not looked good since he has started playing with the Browns. I think he just needs a release, and for those that get it, they get it. I think he just needs a release, and he needs to figure somebody to help him out in Cleveland. But he's just not looking good.
I really was banking on the Browns last week, but of course, Chubba Hubba Wubber broke his knee, probably out for his career. I mean, if he comes back, it's going to be like not good. And that's like the second time I've seen it happen too. Like,
Yeah.
it happened
That's
Georgia
the
UT.
same leg.
Yeah,
Same leg.
Georgia UT. I remember watching that game on TV when it happened.
Yeah.
But
Do you think he ever steps foot on a football field?
I think
again?
he'll come back. but I don't think
After two
Yeah.
reconstructive knee surgeries in the
think
same
so.
knee, you think he's going to come back?
Yeah,
And
I think he will, but I think it's going to be like he's going to try and play another season, and then it's just not going to be it.
because, I mean, running backs, just to start off with, their longevity in the NFL is short-lived. They don't average a lot of seasons. And if they do, typically they become a backup, and then they come in, and it's kind of like third down back type deal where they're not running as much. There's been a lot of injuries, actually, this week. I mean,
Last 4 Monday nights,
Yep.
Kyler Murray, ACL, DeMar Hamlin died, Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles,
Damar Hamlin is not actually dead.
and then Nick Chubb, Hubba, blown out, flat tire, kneecap.
Why don't we can now bring up Thursdays, not Thursday night football, but just Thursday practices, because you could say one of our top 3 players on our team, Trayvon Diggs, done for the season, tore his ACL. Honestly, I was flying high. And this kind of goes along with the roller coaster analogy of like you get up, and then you go down, and it seems to never go our way, the roller coaster. In some way, we're going to fall. Something's going to knock us off. Something's going to knock us down. And I'm afraid it may be a Trayvon Diggs. Now Micah's talking about being a line and roaring all the time and telling people to stop saying their lines. He's told Tyreek Hill to stop being a line and go back to being a cheetah. And if you do call yourself a line, you're a baby line, baby cub. So Micah just wants to start beefs all around town after winning 2 games against 2 Rudy Poot teams. But anyways, we don't have to talk about that much. But Micah did say, "We got you, bro. We got you." Micah, don't be all talk. You're showing up, you're showing out so far. Just please don't let me down. Carry this defense. We got Gilmore. I'm nervous what happens if Gilmore goes down, and that was my fear going into the season was Stephon Gilmore, us getting him and him getting hurt. I thought Trayvon, since he's been good he hasn't really been hurt most of the career, like little bangers here and there, but I figured he'd be healthy, and then now we lost arguably our top cornerback. So it's just, if there's anything that describes Cowboys football, it's that. So, just devastation. Definitely not happy. I don't think we're going to see it for a couple weeks because we don't play anybody good next week. So, but it sucks, man. Trayvon Diggs, feel like we're going to miss you. Hopefully it's not too bad of an injury, though. Ben, you got anything to say about that? I was rambling for a
Tore his
bit.
ACL. What do you mean not that bad of an injury?
No, I'm saying I hope it doesn't affect us. I'm talking about I hope it doesn't affect us on the defense. I hope it's not that bad of like a loss. I reworded or
Yeah,
I said it wrong. No, it's a bad injury. That's not what I meant. I meant I'm hoping that it doesn't hurt us as much as I think it's going to team wise on defense.
Yeah, I agree. He was ranked number 1 right now in defending passes, which is definitely going to hurt. But we do have Bland, and Bland was also ranked in the top 5. So I feel pretty comfortable with him taking over his spot. My only question is who's in the 3rd slot now, Joseph or Lewis and company. And as long as they do okay, I think we can make a strong push still. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just more worried about playoff time. I'm sweating bullets when that rolls around because everyone knows what happens to Cowboys when that comes.
You got anything to add? You want to talk about your Rudy Poot Bears?
Justin Fields.
I guess we're not doing a week 1 recap. Is that what we're looking at? Not doing a week 1 recap or week 2 recap? Do we want to do that?
Nah, I'm ready to pick. My mind's been right. I'm ready.
Okay. So, first game we got here. It's going on actually right now. It just started probably. Giants versus the 49ers. I think this one's a fairly easy pick. Niners all the way.
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. 49ers.
I feel like this is going to go the same way. Colts versus Ravens. I'm going Ravens all the way.
Ravens as well.
Yeah, especially if Richardson doesn't suit up and play in the field. Ravens.
Okay, now we got the Titans versus the Browns. This one's a little interesting. I'm going Titans, though.
Yeah, I'd have to go Titans. Yeah. Jerome Ford's good. I mean, he's showed out the last 2 weeks, but
Kareem Hunt, he signed.
Yeah, picked him up.
I'm gonna go Titans.
I'm also going to go Titans after watching Deshaun Watson throw Rudy Poop passes.
Okay, now we have the Broncos versus Dolphins. I feel like this is gonna be an easy week. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins as well.
Yeah, sorry, Russ Bus. Your ship sailed. I'm going Dolphins.
All right, Pats versus Jets. Pats all the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pats as well. I don't think the Patriots have lost to the Jets in like the last 3-4 seasons.
Plus, Zach Milson is the quarterback. Love what he does off the field. I just don't like what he does on the field. So I'm going Patriots.
Okay, now we have the Bills versus the Commanders. Bills.
Bills as well.
Yeah, I'm going Josh Allen and company, Bills.
Falcons versus the Lions.
Here's where it picks up in the schedule.
I'm going to go ahead and go Lions with this one.
I'm gonna go Lions. I really want to pick the Falcons. I want to see Bijan, but
You want to know what's going on right now? Benji's realized that he doesn't know how to pick, so he figured he'd just copy all my picks and then go from there because I've been the winner of the past 2 weeks.
No, we tied.
definitely not.
But I am the winner of the last 2 weeks overall record. I have the number 1 record, so I am the winner.
By 1, I'm not worried.
We'll
But
see.
I'm
We'll
also
see.
going Lions. I think Jared Goff's going to pick up the slack a little bit from last week.
This one, yeah, like you said, it does pick up. Saints versus Packers. I'm going to take the Pack Attack Packers.
It sounds like I'm just copying him, but I was also gonna go Packers. I mean,
You can't beat them, you join them.
Yeah, the Packers are. This game's a little iffy for me, a little
That right,
toss up.
Benji.
But
Pack Attack, baby.
as much as I don't like Derek Carr, they're 2-0. I think I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay,
We'll go
we got
Saints.
our first difference of the week. So
Sorry, Jordan Love.
Texans versus the Jaguars. Jags all the way.
go Jags as well.
Yeah, I'm going T-Law and company. Jags.
So now we have this one will be interesting. I feel like it's not going to be interesting because I feel like I know who's going to win fairly clear to me. Chargers versus the Vikings. I'm going Chargers all the way.
I'm going Vikings.
I'm also going Vikings. Sorry, Herbert.
Okay, so you've got them started off 0-3. The Chargers. I just don't see that. I don't see that.
Chargers keep charging.
Panthers versus the Seahawks. Seahawks had a bounce back week. Seahawks.
Also going Seahawks. Can't trust Bryce Young.
Bryce Hall. Yeah, I'm going Seahawks as well.
All right, now we got the Cowboys versus the Cardinals. I think this is just understood at this point. Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I was hoping you'd say Cardinals. But yep, Cowboys.
Okay, Bears versus Chiefs. Come on. Come on.
Not even a game.
You know what I wish? I'm waiting to see T Swift at the game with Travis Kelce. That's what I'm waiting on. We need to talk about this for a little bit. Have you seen the whole thing with Travis Kelce and T Swift? Mm-hmm. He said, I've seen you rock out Arrowhead. You need to come see me rock out Arrowhead. See who did it better. Man, if she wasn't a flaming liberal, I'd say lucky dude, but she's a flaming liberal. But anyway, she's still pretty. She knows how to make money. She knows how to sell out arenas. I mean, if you like the left leaners, by all means, TKLs, go for it. But not my cup of tea. And T Swift would say haters gonna hate, but you know. That is a lyric, right? I'm right. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Shake it off.
Haters gonna
Shake it off.
hate,
Yeah,
hate.
hate. Faker's gonna fake, baby. I'm just gonna shake it up. Shake it up.
Does that mean Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs.
I already said it.
Oh, you're going Chiefs?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
And watch this be the one time we win too.
Okay, Steelers versus the Raiders. This one's interesting. I'm going Steelers, though.
If you got your pick, you can go ahead. I got to think on this one.
So I'm gonna go Raiders. Kenny Pickett, you suck.
Yeah, I think I was going to go Raiders as well. Steelers' defense looked really good against the Browns, but it was also the Browns.
Without Chubb.
And then without Chubb, yeah. So, and I think Jimmy G is just a way better quarterback than Deshaun Watson is right now.
What are you talking about Deshaun Watson for? He don't play for the Steelers.
I'm talking about the comparison of the Steelers' defense going up against quarterbacks.
I zoned out for a little bit.
Man.
Sorry. Hey, watch it.
My bad.
That was a little too much of a wordy dirty right there.
Raiders.
Okay. Eagles versus the Bucks. Do I keep going with the Baker Mayfield bandwagon?
Yes, do it.
I do not. Eagles are going to fly this week. I'm going Eagles.
Yep, Eagles. Good night, Baker.
I think this will be a really interesting game. The Rams versus the Bengals. The Rams have looked fairly good to start off the season. I've been actually thoroughly surprised. But I think Joe Burrow's going to show up when he needs to show up. If he plays, this is tough because we don't know if he's playing or not. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to make the assumption that he's going to play because I feel like this is a do or die week for them, make or break. So I'm going to go Bengals.
You go ahead. I was going to see the Rams put last week.
So I'm going to go Rams, whether Burrow plays or not. He just can't find his string. And honestly, the Rams impressed me last week with how close it was with San Fran.
Yeah.
I'm going Rams. I think somehow Burrow is and company, they're going to go 0-3, and people are going to be a little shell-shocked.
Did I say the Rams were going to win last week?
Last week, yeah.
Hey, I was feeling good about that,
I'm going Rams as well. I think they played really good against the Niners, and the Niners typically have one of the better defenses in the league.
Yeah.
And for them to still put up 23.
Stafford looks good.
Yeah.
Along with Pookie Nukie.
Pookie Nukie. Okay, look, is there anything else we want to talk about that's not sports-related? Is there anything going on? It could be, like, about our lives. Is there anything we want to share? Like, embarrassing stuff that we've done? Like, is there anything?
Benji has a girlfriend. So, my bad.
Ben also has a girlfriend.
Yeah, theirs is fresh, though, so congrats.
Yeah.
Give him a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
He never thought he'd find someone.
We're potentially in the process of a girlfriend. So, yeah, I don't want to really talk about that.
Let's talk about just one more sports thing, and we can call it. The Broncos' Hail Mary.
Oh, my goodness. Just to lose and not get the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
How do you convert that and then not
Yes.
get the 2-point conversion? That is crazy.
Wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've been really hoping the Broncos do good this year, and I feel like the one game that like they could somehow steal
Make a statement.
Would be this Broncos-Dolphins game. I think the Dolphins are great. I'm positive the Dolphins would win, but I just got that feeling, where like if the Broncos make a statement game, it would be this one and just absolutely win, and it just throws everybody off.
Okay, but we need to give like an updated projection, upgraded what our records are going into this week. So from the first 2 weeks, I went 10-6 last week, and now I have an overall of 21-11. Ben has had a 10-6 week as well with me. He's at 20-12. Benji. Do you remember when you said, the fact that somebody had 9 wins last week, if they were in last place, that's really props to us.
Good.
Well, it flip-flopped now. So he went 7-9 this week. So,
it's because I didn't bet this week. That's what it was. I've been going through hives.
So he's sitting right at 500. He's 16-16. So that is your leaderboard from 2 weeks out. And week 3, we expect to still be at the top. Talking about myself. And do we want to decide what is our week 3 punishment for whoever gets it, or like gets the least amount? Right. What do we want to do? Because every time I post it on Instagram and tell people to comment, nobody comments. So
yeah, step up.
Step up, all 30 of you. Don't watch it. All 30 of you that watch it, step up. Tell us what we need to do. Thomas, you can comment again, except comment on this one and let us know what the punishment should be for week 3 predictions. And then we'll establish that before Sunday's games to kind of figure out what we want to do. But trying to make this as interesting as possible. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Please let us know what we should talk about. Like, it can be about sports. It can be about relationships. Even though I just don't want to jinx my stuff. Like, they can go ahead and talk about their stuff. That's fine. But anyways, yeah, and make out. I mean, we can talk about drama. Like, we can talk about, like, stuff going on in our lives, just whatever. But, like, let us know something to talk about, and we'll have different segments and different things that we can talk about. So very open to talk about anything. Just got to let us know, and we're going to try to just keep getting better and better. But I think that's all we got for you from the Terrible No Good podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening. We hope that you listen. We hope that you watch. We hope that you like. We hope that you subscribe. We hope that you turn the notification bell on, and we appreciate you for tuning in. Peace.
Pizza time!
Pizza time. I'm about